Cool, yeah, keep warming up. Keep warming up. So the majority of tosses that we'll be doing today will be these ones, which are just doubles. Here, doubles. We'll be working with this kind of toss, especially like in our turnarounds. You can be working with this kind of toss too, which is the up, pull up. So honestly, I'm just showing you what kind of tosses you could be doing when we do the turnarounds and stuff. So any of these tosses, if you're comfortable with, you can totally feel free to do them. If you know how to do like this J toss one, then you could totally do that one. So again, don't feel like you have to do the double. All of the stuff that we do will be able to be on different tosses. Cool. And then remember too, another thing about these classes, we do have a couple techs on today. Yeah, we don't have as many as the last couple of classes, but we do still have a couple on. So if you see some people putting messages in your chats, if you see someone like saying a comment or a critique or a help for you, make sure you don't take it offensively. They're there to help. It's so that when I'm not watching, someone else can be watching, offering help, offering advice. Does that make sense? When we're done, I will be saving the full chat. So anything that the text or anyone else puts in the chat, we will be saving, and I can send to you guys if you request it. And then your private chats, you have to make sure you save on your own. So if there's some type of information that a tech told you, make sure you save it on your own or screenshot it or something, because I don't see those. Yeah, cool. We have about 1 more minute before we get started, so make sure you are warm. And then just make sure to check and make sure you're muted. Cool. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get started with body underneath the toss. So with body underneath the toss, this is obviously going to be the basic of everything that we do today, which is we have to already understand the concept of making sure that we can toss and then do the trick. So you kind of want to just replay that phrase back through your head a couple of times and just say toss, then trick. For every single thing that we do today, you want to make sure you're able to separate those two things. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and just start with the double. And again, if you don't want to do a double, you can do this one and up. And if you don't want to do that one, then you can do this one. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And still catch everything the same way though. So everyone still catch everything vertically. Does that make sense? So everyone go ahead and try whatever toss you're going to do. So again, one more time, I'll do the 3 variations. You can do this one. And the counts for that are 5, 6, carve 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, grab 4. Or you can do this one. Still grabbing vertically. And the counts for that one are exactly the same. I go 5 and 6 and 5, 6 up 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, grab 4. So if you like that toss better, feel free. And the last one you can do is this one. And this one we start on 5. So we go 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then same thing, you're catching that one vertical too. So I'll just scroll through, make sure we're all doing one of those tosses. If you have a question about one of them, let me know. Good, yes, and it doesn't have to be crazy high either, especially right now. We're just really practicing that body underneath. Just make sure you have whatever one you're doing. Good, cool. So I'm gonna be doing mine when I start them on the doubles, but I'll be going through all the tosses too. So the first body that we're gonna do, everyone go ahead and just put down your flag. So whatever your prep or your release is, let's go ahead and mark through it. So I'm gonna be doing my double. So I wanna make sure that I carve, I go fully down and into my release or whatever my release is for my toss. And now from here, I'm gonna be taking my left arm around this way and I'm gonna be just pulling to coupe, down and in, and I'm gonna grab. And if you've watched any one of my videos, then you've probably seen me do this all over the place. It's one of my favorite pieces of like body to do underneath a toss, but it really is teaching you how to not only go to the side, but also go off center. So I wanna see a couple of us just lean away from your toss as you go into that catch. So now I'll show you with my double, I go carve, up, over, and grab. So notice that the first thing I did was that I filled out my release. I didn't release and then try to go to the trick immediately. I made sure I went to the technique of my toss first and then added in that body. So everyone go ahead and try it a couple times on your own. Pick up your flag. So now you want to feel that separation between toss and then trick. Everyone go ahead and try it a couple times on your own, whatever toss you're doing. And now a little tip for you, if we release on one, everyone should be releasing all tosses on one, start the trick on two. Yes? And then you should be catching on that count 4. Go ahead and try it. So toss 1, trick 2. Good, Emily, yes. Yes, very good. Yeah, good, Julia. Good, yes. So a lot of you guys are already getting it, yeah? So now think about the trick as being a picture or a video, you know what I mean? You're trying to hit something, a pose, or you're trying to make something come across. So right now, the picture without our flag looked really good from all of us. It looked here, you know what I mean? But the second we add that flag, we kind of cut it off because we start getting nervous. So we release and then we do it like this to go into the catch because we don't think we have enough time when in reality you do. So make sure as you're going through that toss, you're pushing speed through your arm so it can finish out completely. Do you see how I had completely enough time and then I grabbed? So everyone try that again. Try it a couple more times on your own and start working out how fast you personally have to do it underneath your toss to make it happen. Remember, you don't have to catch to the last second. So that means that you can be doing body all the way to the last second too. Go ahead and try it. Yes, Latanya, that was it. That was really it. So now just get that other hand too to come in and lock it in. Yeah, and it's a tiny bit higher. Good, keep trying it. Yeah, so remember, if this is easy for you, if this feels easy, check your details. Because remember, a lot of us do our body underneath our toss and we don't focus on the body. We just are like, oh, this feels correct. Focus on what your body is doing right now so you can make sure the picture underneath looks beautiful too. Everyone go ahead and try it. Trying it. Yes, Soren, that's it. Yeah, just hold on a little bit longer so that it goes straight up. Yeah, that's it, Julia. That's it. You're holding on a tiny bit long. That's why it's sending this way. But the trick and the toss are great. Just don't track it too much, yeah? Yeah, good. And then same thing with these tosses too. If I did this one, I would be going up, down, up. That exact same thing with that arm all the way around and then grab. And obviously a little bit windy here for me. But yes, you still have that arm go fully out before you grab. Yes, and then also make sure, remember, check your chats. Someone might have told you something or has been watching your screen and helped you a little bit. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat too.
Yeah, I'm just going to be posting everything in the chat.
Good. So now this one, exact same thing. Down, 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 up. Arm and grab. Exact same thing. All of these tosses utilize one simple concept, which is toss, then trick. Always, 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 yeah? And I'm sure a lot of you guys are feeling it of when, yes, Bella, that was so close. Bella, that was really close. Get that arm to fully sweep all the way around. Fully sweep. It was so close. I forgot what I was saying. I got excited. Good, Alyssa. Yeah, after you do that leg, after you do this leg, try to get back out into that second. Yeah. There, yeah, closer, good. Cool, let's go ahead and all try it together. So remember your prep counts. Yeah, if you do a double or you're doing the money hand toss, then you prep on 7. And if you're doing the J toss, then you're prepping on 5. Here we go. And we're gonna do 3 right now, so we'll do 1 of each. And here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, carve 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Good, remember, you're telling yourself those words. Toss 1, trick 2, 3, grab 4. Good, let's try it again. Same thing, whatever toss version you're doing. And 5 and 6, 5, 6 up 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And one last time, here we go. Last time. Remember, if you're a J tosser, you're starting on 5 and 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Trick 2, 3, 4. Good. And now one last time so I can watch everyone. One last time. Here we go. And 5 and 6 and 5. 6 cards, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. So this probably feels super easy for a lot of us. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't feel as challenging as like a turnaround or other tricks you've tried. But this is where it starts, is with the body underneath the toss, is being able to make sure you are separating. And if you need to get water right now, you can. But it's to make sure that you are separating between the technique that you're doing and the trick. Does that make sense? Because a lot of us, a lot of times, like even with a trick like this, we'll try to start the arm, so then our flag just flies crazy. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're going fully double, full double, or full toss, or whatever you're doing, and then trick. Good. Let's go ahead and learn one more body underneath our toss before we move to the next thing. So same prep, same 7-8, same everything like that. But this time, we're going to go from here. Let's go ahead and go put our flags down. Good. From here, we're going to be going step back away from our flag. So we're going to be going release. We're going to be going step with the left foot, step with the right foot. You're going to come up, and then you're going to step back down into catch. So again, I'm going to release. I'm going to go step back with my left, step back with my right, and then I'm going to step back forward again with my left to catch. Is that going to make sense? So really, this is just teaching you how to separate yourself now from your flag. So if my flag is rotating right here and I'm releasing, I'm just taking a quick step back. Step, 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 and catch. Not long at all. You're not sustaining. You're not holding there. You're just taking a step back and then going back towards your flag. Yeah? So now, if I'm doing it with my double, same exact thing. I'm supposed to be releasing on that count 1, and I move on 2. Oops, sail. I go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. You all see that? So I'm moving away from my flag and back in. And it's not a lot either. I'm not going like 8 steps or anything. I'm just taking a step back and going back in. So everyone go ahead and try it now on your own. So this one's going to be a lot more confusing than the last one because this one involves feet now. Everyone go ahead and try it. Good, good, good. Keep trying it. Yeah, good, good, yes. And remember, I see a lot of you guys too, like tossing way higher than you need right now. That's totally fine. Give yourself time to make yourself comfortable on whatever trick you're doing. And then you can make it look how it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Do what makes you comfortable. Good, yes, good, good, good. Yes, Emily, that was it. Cool. So let's go ahead now and just try the lean back really quick. Or sorry, just try the step back really quick. So I want to try going, marking through it. And I just want to do the steps one more time. Here we go. And put your flag down. 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. Good, cool. One last time. Here we go. I'll face this way so it's less confusing. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And I'm really not finding myself, if we're being honest, I'm not finding myself step back into second. I'm just feeling left, right, left to catch. So don't feel like you have to go all the way back to second either. The point is just to get separated from your flag. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it with our silk now. Here we go. Trying it with our flag. So we are here and we go 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and again, same thing. So now that we are doing no second too, those are very definite steps. Release on 1, left foot on 2, right foot on 3, left foot on 4. Very concrete steps to make. So make sure you guys are thinking in that pattern. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. Step, step, step. Good, and again, same thing. I'll try it with the money hand toss this time. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. Step, step, step. Good, and last time, and we'll do some J tosses. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5. Oh, I messed it up. Sorry, let's try it again. Here we go. And good, I'll give everyone a second, whoever tossed, sorry. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's go ahead and try that one again. Try that one again, here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3, 4. Good, yes, 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 yes. So I see a lot of you, one of the changes that I don't know if all of us realized that we made when we started this was a lot of us were doing this. A lot of us were releasing and then we were going, you know what I mean? Because you weren't ready for when your flag landed. But now that you're getting more comfortable with it, so many of you guys are easily just going, you know what I mean? Everything's landing perfectly. So when all these next tosses we do, and especially when we go to turnarounds right now, which are obviously harder skill to learn, you have to make sure that you're separating yourself, but you're always having that goal of where to come back to. Does that make sense? When we go to turnarounds, you can't just think release and turn. You have to be thinking release, where do I imagine myself coming back to? Does that make sense? Think about that while you get water really quick, and then we'll move on to turnaround. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
Cool, we're offered to attend. A lot of people were doing that where they were just like kind of rushing back to catch the flag.
Oh no, you're a little choppy.
Let me try with this. The one you step back and then rush back to the flag. So just take it. Meeting.
Okay, so I want us to make sure right now, we're gonna do a couple of tosses just standard right now, and I want us to all test wind. And I want us to see where your wind is blowing, things like that, because I want you to see when you do a perfect toss, where does your toss land right now? You know what I mean? Because if you're in wind right now, doing these turnarounds might feel awful, you know what I mean? Because it's just gonna fly away. So I want you to feel where your wind is going to so you can be prepared. Let's all go here. And then I do recommend doing turnarounds on doubles first, but you can do them on whatever toss you please. So we're here. I'm gonna prep on 7, 8, just like all the other ones. So I'm gonna go just a standard double, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So like I feel my wind's blowing that way. So I know when I'm gonna do my turnaround, I'm gonna try to go turn that. Let's try it again. Same thing last time. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, so everyone put their flag down. Let's talk about these turnarounds now. So we're gonna go ahead and be pencil turning on our left foot. So we start in that second position, whatever toss we're doing, everyone go ahead and just push weight into that left foot, like kind of lunge a little bit. And now feel like when you push weight into that left foot, you're pushing off of your right foot. So now you wanna push off that right foot and not feel around, you wanna feel straight up from the head. So imagine a string is attached to the top of your head and someone's pulling you directly up. So now from here, we're gonna be pushing off that right leg and we're just gonna go quick pencil turn and land right back in that second. Everyone go ahead and try that a couple times on your own. So you just want a quick turn and that right foot to land a second, yeah. Make sure you have an understanding of how quick to turn. Go ahead and try it. Remember, don't just turn for funsies right now. Imagine that you're tossing and you have to turn in one count. Yeah, good. So a lot of us already as we're turning, we're feeling that right foot step down like this. Because we're turning and we're like our flag's gonna be right here, you're gonna get this effect. And this is a very, very common thing. You wanna make sure you're pushing enough energy right from the bat so you can go here and around. I would rather you, for turnarounds, I would rather you do this and step forward so that you can go into your flag than do this. And now your flag's 10 feet from you. Does that kind of make sense? So everyone make sure as you're trying it, you're really trying to aim for, even if you go past your turn, that's way better than going too little. Everyone keep trying it. Good, make sure, think about that upwards. If you're on grass, I'm so sorry, it's super hard on grass. The only reason I'm able to do it is because I'm in mud right here too. So you might try to find a patch that's not as grassy or just try to like flatten it out with your feet because it is kind of hard to turn on grass, I do admit. But yeah, Suzanne, you're doing it perfectly fine, so never mind. Good, yeah. Yeah, cool. Let's try it one more time. So I want to feel release on that count 1, same prep on that 7, 8. And then we're gonna feel that turn on 2. Yeah, so we turn on 2, we land on 3, and 3 is also our spot count. So I already wanna practice going 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, turn 2, spot 3, catch on 4. Does that make sense? So let's all try that turn one more time. And when you end your turn, don't do this. And look forward, look up. Here we go. And 5, and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, turn 2, spot 3, grab. So see how even if I don't finish my turn 2, on 3, I am making sure I look up. That is a habit that we all want to build in right off the bat. Does that make sense? Here we go again. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, turn 2, 3, 4. Good, and last time, make sure you're saying that pattern in your head. Toss 1, turn 2, spot 3, grab 4. Here we go. 5, and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, turn, spot, grab. Good, cool. Let's go ahead and pick up our flags now. So now, there's 2 versions that you can do to try to get this turnaround. One, you can just try it. If you're that try it crowd and you want to just go for it, feel free. You can start turning around right now and trying it with those details. If you're not that kind of crowd, you can go here, you can do this carve, and you can practice releasing on 1, looking down on 2, looking back up on 3, catching 4, so that it looks like this. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And see how I'm already getting used to now that moment when I have to turn around and not look at my flag. Yeah, so everyone go ahead and try either version. You can either try to turn around right away, or you can try looking down. Go ahead. It's gonna be hard. Your flag is gonna hit the ground a lot right now. Maybe. Some of you guys just got it like first try, so very good. Yeah, good, Suzanne, that's so good. Good, get it a little bit higher so that you can spread out those hands as you go into that grab. That's it, very solid. Emily, make sure you don't change your approach of that toss. Yeah, I saw you redo the release hand, so I'm guessing you knew that information already. Yes, Julia, it's so close. Just try to pull it back just a little bit, just a tad. It's really close. You were right there. Bella, don't hold on too long. Don't hold on too long. So really quickly for all of us, just like 4 quick toss basics, is that when we're doing things, remember we release all of these tosses with like our knuckles up, right? So our fingertips should be releasing upwards. So remember, a lot of times tracking doesn't come from you releasing like this. It comes from you holding on too long or releasing too early. So I'll show you if I'm releasing my double and I hold on too long, it's gonna go past, and I'm not releasing this way, I'm just holding on too long. So see how my flag flew now? Yeah, and then vice versa, if I release too early, I'm not throwing my hand that way, I'm just releasing too soon, and my flag goes that way. So you wanna make sure a lot of times it just really might be a timing thing. It might not be that you're directing your toss incorrectly, it could just be that you're not holding on at the proper time. Yeah, or letting go at the proper time, sorry. Everyone go ahead and try it, keep trying it. Yes, Bella, that was so good. I don't know why I clapped like this, but that was so good. Yes, yes, good, good, good. Now do that turnaround. Don't separate it though. Don't change how you just did your tosses, Bella. Yep. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. So as you guys get used to tricks and as you guys get used to turnarounds and all these things that we're gonna do the rest of the class, you have to make sure that you are practicing the habit of trying not to bail as well. Yes, a lot of you guys are getting so close, and then it looks different than it usually does. So you're not going in to catch it, you're getting nervous. You know what I mean? The flag is gonna look different. If you've never done a turnaround before, it's not gonna feel the same as it did. Does that make sense? So make sure you're going and you're searching for that. Search for that catch. Don't be scared of your flag as you come around. Go ahead and try it. Keep trying it. Emily, you're just turning too late. Your turn is super fast, it's just really late. So make sure you turn right on that 2. You're turning on 3 right now. So close, Britt. I saw it hit your left hand. Really close. Very close. Yes, pull it back a little bit as you're releasing. Yeah. Pull it back. There, yes. Okay, do it with that turn now. Don't change anything. Yep. Yes, 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 Britt. Very good. Yes, Alyssa. Good for you. Good job, y'all. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep trying it. I know if you've done it like 50 times already just now, it feels like, why am I going to keep doing it? But remember, you're detailing it. You're trying to make it consistent. Yeah. Have you done it all 50 times perfectly? You know what I mean? There's always something to build. There's always something to learn. So make sure you're taking that too. If you already know how to do turnarounds, perfect them right now. You're just holding on a little bit too long, Natanya. Make sure that your hand gets right out on 1. You're holding on like all the way till 2 right now. So it's in the middle of your turn. And then Rosie, you just need to toss higher. It's just a little bit low. Make sure when your right hand goes up, you're going to here right now before you release. Make sure it goes all the way full extension. Yeah, fully extend that arm, Rosie. Fully extend. There you go. Yes. So now you had more time and it went a little bit higher. So now it needs to go even higher, even more, because it's at the quarter right now. Keep going. We'll take about 1 more minute on this. 1 more minute. So remember, if you have any questions about these turnarounds, feel free to put it in the chat. Are you okay, Seren? Yeah, okay. Be careful. Yeah, be careful, y'all, especially if it's windy or anything, or if you're pulling back or anything. Feel free, if you get hit or something like that, feel free to go get ice. Don't think you have to stay on the whole call if you get hit or hurt. I blame wind, good. Okay. Okay, so how are we all feeling with these? I see a lot of us making progress. I see a lot of us going really, really close towards the direction, and then something goes wrong and you guys go back. Does that make sense? Make sure you're only fixing small things. A lot of you guys, most of you guys can do the toss and turn super quick. Does that make sense? So don't start changing things. Don't start turning away from your flag. Don't start tossing it lower or anything. Just keep tossing it the same way and making that consistent, yeah? Cool. 30 more seconds. Emily, it's so close. It's so close. Try your pencil turn one more time really quick. Yeah, so you're not doing that version when you do the trick. Do you realize that? You're doing the chaîné turn. Yes, I think you do realize that. That's why you did it a moment ago. But yeah, you're chaîné turning straight back. So feel yourself pushing forward after you release. Oh my God, my hands are like in 3D right there. Yes, exactly, cool. So feel yourself push forward after you release. And I really do feel that too on all my turnarounds on weapon and on flag. I feel a little bit of this when I release, just for me naturally. I'm not saying that's like a technique or anything, but I just personally feel that. So I stay on top of my turn and on top of my toss. Go ahead and try it. Push, yep. Oh, it's so close. And then you also can just finish the turn. You know what I mean? You're seeing it at the peak and it probably is scary because it looks like it's on top of you, but it's perfect. You know what I mean? So just finish out that turn so you can step back and catch. Yeah, it's so close. And quick. Yeah, it's so close. Yeah, and then stay after class too, because I'll work with you, yeah? Because you're super close. Okay, let's go ahead and try. Let's go ahead and try everyone in. So we're gonna be releasing on that count 1, catching on that count 4. Here we go. And whatever prep, remember, out of the 3 that I gave you, you can be doing. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 turn 2, 3, 4. And again, same thing, here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Vince, it's just a little bit high, but really good save. Really good save from not letting it hit you. Let's try it again. Nicole, it looks a little bit too fast. Just a little. Yeah, let's try it again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and then you're just releasing a little bit too soon, Nicole. That's why it's traveling that way. Just a little bit though. It's not crazy at all. And again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay. So I want us to come a little bit closer really quick and get water as we listen. So again, make sure, realize what step you're on of getting turnarounds. You know what I mean? A lot of us took massive steps today. You're not at the same step that you were before you started this class. Does that make sense? So if your step was getting used to the turnaround, awesome. If your step was learning how to catch the flag, awesome. If your step was perfecting it, awesome. Whatever step you were on, make sure you were building that and you were trying to go up the next step. Does that make sense? Yeah, beautiful. Let's go ahead and get a quick water, and then we're gonna be learning some behind the backs. Remember, these are hard skills too. These are skills that people keep practicing over and over and over again for days and days and years. of making sure that this stuff is consistent. Okay, cool. Go ahead and start heading back. Okay, so similar to what we just did, we're gonna be learning some behind the backs right now. And with these ones, it's kind of similar where you can do whichever one you want. Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and try everyone on a standard toss. So if you can't do a double, you're totally free to do a single. Yes, but you can either do a single or a double. Yeah, so singles are these ones. Yeah, just that standard toss, one rotation, and then doubles are double that. Up, up, drop. So you can do whichever one you want that works on both. It works the same with the single. Cool. So let's go ahead and practice it, and we're gonna learn it on a single right now too. So we're gonna go here. Everyone go ahead and just give me a quick single. Everyone try that. Yeah, so make sure if you've never done a single before, make sure that right hand is under. Make sure that left hand is over at the half, and all you do is you go push lift, just like you did for your double. Make sure you're at half on that pole, and make sure these are two separate actions. You wanna go down, up, drop. Yeah, good. So now from here, you're gonna go ahead, everyone go ahead and hold your flag like this. So out by the side of you, with that left hand, yep, out by the side of you. You're gonna step that left foot forward. So you're lunging, and now you're gonna take your right hand all the way around and you're gonna grab the tab. So your hands like this, it's gonna go all the way around, grab that tab, and you're gonna push the flag forward. Okay, this is what we're gonna end like, yeah? So the flag shouldn't be like this at that 45. It should be straight up and down like this. Does that make sense? So this is a very nice way to get introduced into behind the backs because you also have that left hand helping. Do you all see that? But it's also teaching you exactly how you need to catch behind that back. So let's go ahead and do that single. So now my little trick for when I am putting my leg in and I'm putting my leg forward is when I see my pull go down. So it's at this moment in the toss when my silk is up and my pull is down, that is when I am stepping my leg forward through that rotation so it can hit. Do we all kind of see that? So again, I'll do it slowly. I go up, I keep letting it rotate to hit. And I'll show you one more time with that single. I go here, step, grab. Do we all see that? So it's just that moment of putting that left leg through that's gonna help you put that behind the back. Everyone go ahead and try that. And just try with the single right now. Don't worry about a double yet. Yes, Vince, just like that, yes. So remember, all of these tosses, it feels uncomfortable, it feels awkward, it feels weird, especially if you've never done them before. You know what I mean? You gotta work, work, and work. And then Lauren, if you want to, you can do this here. If you wanna go with your left hand like this. Yep, and then you wanna go down, up, grab. Like a J toss just on the other side, this thing. Yeah, so like set for this one, like you were doing. Yeah, and then just set up on the other side. Yeah, and then do the same thing there. Yeah, down up. Yeah, in front of you first. In front, behind, there you go. And then down, up, and grab. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Yes, exactly. So front, behind, front up. Yep, front up, and grab. Yes. And then just that little one to get here so that you're able to still practice stepping into it. Yeah. And that goes for everyone too. If you don't know how to do a single, you can totally do a J, ooh, almost tripped. You can do a J toss on that left side. Just do that, and it'll have that same effect of getting that right hand to practice catching behind the back. And notice, look at me. If you look at my screen, this is how we're catching. Let me do it. We're catching like this, right? But this is exactly how you catch behind the back. Do we all see that? So make sure this right hand is the one that you're working on, because this left hand is just there for safety. Yeah, this right hand is the one that's where the benefit is coming from, where you're actually practicing catching behind that back. Good. Make sure you're waiting, waiting, waiting. Yep. And you really, really do have to push that arm forward. You have to push that arm and that hip forward to go catch. Yeah, it's just a little bit too high, Nicole. It's just going past your hand. Yeah, try it again. Grab. There it is. Yeah, that was closer. Try it again. And I'll pull it back even more. Don't push forward too much. There it is. Yes. So that was the thing. That is the thing for all of us, is my toss looks like, when I do it, because I'm stepping forward, it looks like I'm doing this, right? You know what I mean? But I'm not. My single stays in the same place. I'm just stepping my body forward. Do we all see that? So make sure you're not mixing that up for going here, because then you won't get that right hand. Yeah, go and keep trying it. Yeah, don't push forward, Nicole. You got it so well that time. I know you're gonna get it again. Go. Yep, you should pull back on yourself. Grab. There it is. Good. Yes. Yeah. So when you feel pull back, it works out every single time. Yeah. Pull back more. Yeah. So many of us are getting it. I love that. Yeah. Julia, just make sure you push around. Push that arm around. Yeah. And practice pulling it towards yourself. And then this goes for all of us too. Slow your tosses down. Yes, Julia, that was it. That was it. Good. Good, good, good. And yeah, slow your tosses down. You don't have to make it crazy fast for all of us. Yes, Emily, you're doing it. If you're doing the double or single? You're doing double or single? 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 Yeah, it's too high. Too high, yeah. So a lot less. Yeah, even less. Even less. So remember, if you learned color guard, like doing doubles and stuff, and learned the higher tosses, these singles are gonna feel like nothing. You know what I mean? It's gonna feel like you're just like flicking your flag. So really, really feel that. Like when I do my singles, I don't feel a heavy push. I feel a natural like swing up. The thing that we talked about in that first class of making sure that we swing that swing that flag upwards to make that smooth release happen. Cool. Let's all try this on the single. So we're gonna be pushing on 8 and. So we're going to be going 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to be releasing on 1, and we're catching on 3. So we go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go all together. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, grab 3. Good. So if you caught before me, give yourself more time. That's your little tell, and that's your little cheat to let you know that you were going too fast on your single, because it is really hard to spot your flag and see exactly where to put your leg in if your flag is spinning like a helicopter. Does that make sense? So slow it down so you can see. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, grab 3. 3. Close. Let's try it again. Same thing. Yeah, good for a lot of us. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, grab 3. 3. Good. Pull it closer to you, Julia. Yeah. And that goes for all of us. Pulling back will really help, I promise. Your flag won't hit you by pulling back. There's no way it's going to hit you because your right hand is there to keep it from hitting you. That's the whole point. So make sure you pull it back. Here we go again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, grab 3. Yeah, pull it back just a little bit more, Suzanne and Hannah. You guys literally toss, because you guys are both on the bottom of my screen. You toss and caught the exact same way. So just make sure both of you pull back a little bit. Yeah, let's try it again. Yeah, you're just pushing forward, Suzanne, just a slight bit. There you go. Yes, it's also the separation for all of us. Remember, that's where the separation of toss from trick comes from. You know what I mean? This is one of the first tosses where we can really feel it happening, aside from turnarounds, because we are having to step forward. If you kind of blend them together, you're going to be doing this. Do we all see that? And that's what's happening for a lot of us, where we're going here. So then it's too far forward. Make sure you're separating it. Toss 1, step 2, grab 3 to go into that. Yeah, here we go again. Here we go. And then a little bit too much, Hannah. Everyone's in. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, grab 3. 3. Good, yes, a lot better for so many of you. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Good, cool. Okay, go ahead and get a quick water. Just listen as we go. Same thing as before. And same thing as all the other things. If you didn't get it, it's okay. We'll get a recording. You'll be able to practice it as much as you want. We're going to be going into 45s next. So if you want to take a couple of those, we're going to be doing the basic 45s from the hip, which are these. And just for the next couple of classes, there really isn't a variation to do. I mean, if you don't know how to do these ones, but you do know how to do like these ones, or this one too, or even a lasso. So if you know how to do any of those, we'll be working on those. Like with our tricks and stuff, we'll be working on those styles of tosses. Good, and I'll just start reviewing as we're getting water and everyone starts getting back up. I'll just start reviewing the simple 45 from the hip. For those people that don't know it, you can try to get it so you can do these tricks. So I have my right hand on the tab and I have my left hand under at this tape. I put my right hand on my hip. From here, I'm gonna pass through a flat at eye level, and notice that my pull is in line with my eyes. And now from here, I'm gonna push straight up into that release. So again, I'm going pass through flat up to my release. And now notice my pathway is not going above or below to do these, it's going directly through and up. Yeah, so now everyone just try that. The exact pathway that we just did, you wanna try going up and grab. So now a lot of us that already have these 45s, a big habit of all of ours is probably to catch up here. Behind the backs are gonna be so hard if we catch up here. So I want us to practice after you get that 45, or if you already have it, I want us to all practice going up and grabbing with both hands at the hip. So you're gonna try to catch your flag like this with both hands at that left hip. Everyone try that on your own. Both hands, good. Yeah, and everyone should be up now because we're gonna start working on the actual trick. Yeah, good. Yeah, make sure you're behind that hip. Yes, that's literally it, Lauren. As you go through, you pull through that flat, and then from that moment, you wanna make sure you just twist. Just twist like both of those hands forward. Yes, exactly, yes. And then don't have that lift that you had at the end, how you went here and then push straight up. Have it just be like a rotation. So it's like your flag is just trying to make a circle behind you. So same thing here, you're just trying to make like a circle over your head. So it's kind of just rainbowing over you. And then left hand under. There you go, yeah. There you go, yeah. And now it's so much easier too on the wrist. Yeah, go ahead and try releasing it too. Yeah, no, okay, that was already close. I think you got nervous right as you released it, so you backed off a little bit. So make sure you push all your energy into it because it was the right plane and everything. It just needs to be higher. And your hands are right now, good. Cool, okay. So after we all practice doing that, after we all practice doing this, let's all try it together really quick. So we're catching both hands on that left hip. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. So it's on that left hip. Good, one last time. And make sure it's actually on the hip. Don't cheat yourself and be over here. You're practicing this while it's easy before it gets hard. Here we go. And last time, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Cool. So now you're gonna keep that left hand here. You're gonna take that right hand all the way around and you're gonna grab down here. So this is the cheater's way of catching behind the back 45. And that's what we're gonna practice right now. We're gonna practice that cheater's way to get you comfortable. If you wanna just go for it and you just wanna try that behind the back, feel free. Same as the last thing that we did. There's a way to do it, like just go for it, and there's a way to do it, kind of keep going. So from here, I take that left hand on the top of the tab, right hand is gonna go behind the back, and I'm gonna catch just like that too. Over and grab. And it's gonna teach me how to catch my right hand behind my back while also keeping that left hand as safety and kind of guiding it for me. So everyone try that on your own a couple times, making sure you have that. It's gonna be hard, especially if 45 is already iffy for you, it's gonna be hard. Yes, good, Suzanne. Yes, feel free to add a carve onto the 45. I'm so sorry for not doing that. Yeah, feel free to carve in front of yourself. I know sometimes it's hard to do tosses just from still, so totally free to go 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, grab 4.
Robert, how are we catching this?
Right now, you're catching it like left hand over, right hand behind yourself. And then in real life, when we do it with the trick, you'll be catching like this.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Good. Yes, a lot of you are really close. So now the reason also that you have your left hand is so you can see truly how far away from your body your flag is. If I feel my left hand doing this before I'm going to grab, I know I have a long way to go. So I know that I have to toss lower the next time. Does that make sense? And then vice versa, if my left hand goes too low and I can't even grab it, then that means I tossed way too low. Does that make sense? So utilize that left hand as a tool to kind of tell you what you're doing wrong. Wherever you grab it at first is where the toss actually landed. Yes, now, yeah, Britt, so now it's so much closer to you, so it's gonna be easier. Yes, exactly, to go behind your back, good. Good, Seren, it's good. Yep, very solid, cool. And now after you do that one, after you do that, you just slowly remove the left hand. You go up and grab. And that left hand is no longer in. But the toss, and I'll show you all 3 versions that we just did. The first version was here. The second version was here. And the third version was here. Not a single toss changed. Not a single toss changed. My plane, my release, my pathway, none of it changed. The only thing that changed was I'm going normal, cheater, actual. Does that make sense? So do that for yourself too. Let yourself be able to build upon skills like that too. You don't always have to just go for it. You can try it this way and ramp up if you're not comfortable just trying to go for it. Good, Julia. Yes, it's just a low. It's just low, but it landed in your hand. So just get a little bit higher so that it can land in the hand that I had before. It's good. Close, Emily. Yeah, now a little bit too high, Julia, so rotate it a little bit more. It's close, Nicole. You're just throwing it this way a little bit on your release. You're doing this. Or sorry, I'll mirror you. You're doing that way. So make sure it's going directly above your head when you let it go. Yes, and then one more time, and then make sure your left hand, oh yeah, your left hand's under. Sorry, I looked over at first. Yeah, go try it. Yep, there it is. Yeah, good, yeah. And then the lower you get it, the easier it'll be to catch at that tab. Cool. So let's go ahead and try this all together. So just like normal, whatever step you're on, do. If you're still on the step of catching here, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just do that. And if you're on this step, do that one. If you're on this step, do that one. Whatever you're trying to challenge yourself with right now, do that version. Here we go. And I'm gonna be doing it with the carve on 7, 8 for my people who are doing it like that. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, carve 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and again, 5 and 6, 5, 6, carve 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and again, 2 more times, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and last time, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, cool. So everyone go ahead and get a quick water if you need. If you don't want water, you can just keep working on this because we're gonna go into under the legs next. And it's gonna be working with this exact same toss. So if you wanna take a second and re-go over this toss, make sure you do that. Cool. So this is the last thing that we're learning like in class. And then we're going to be doing the sit down things like at the end of class, just because that's like a harder skill that not everyone wants to learn. So I put it at the end just in case you don't want to sit down on the ground today. So let's go ahead. Everyone go ahead and do your 45 again. Everyone go ahead and start trying that again. Going back to that same version. This time though, you're going to want it to be a little bit in front of that hip. So instead of catching back here, we're all going to want to catch just a little bit up here. So not fully straight arms or anything, just down here, because that's like where your leg is going to be going. Yeah, good. So everyone try that 45 again. Just try it one more time, making sure that you have both hands there. Good. Now from here, everyone go ahead and hold the flag right here. Have your right hand free. Go ahead and put your left leg straight forward. Just straight forward from you, kind of parallel. And now you literally just take the right hand and put it under, and you grab. And that's it. So from here, you can do it with that cheater, where you go, oops, sorry, my balance, where you go both hands grabbing under the leg. Yeah, so everyone go ahead and try that on your own. Everyone try that. Think of it the same way as you did the behind the back. Yes, and again, this is a hard skill, and it's gonna be even harder because it involves a leg. So make sure you're trying to get that leg up, you're squeezing that core, and when I lift up from the top of my head, I feel kind of back just slightly for this 45. Because you're going to be going low to catch, if you lean forward, you're just going to fall over. Does that make sense? So make sure you're kind of feeling yourself, squeeze that core, lift up tall to catch that flag. Yeah, keep going, keep trying it. Yep, cheat it right now to get used to it and where to put it. But make sure you're not just cheating it and thinking like, oh, I did it. And honestly, yeah, Sorenzo, you had a good question. There's a lot of ways to get out of it. I'm not really going to do any way to get out of it in this specific class. For now, you can just kind of re-grab and step down if you want. But there's all kind of ways to like go here, grab, and then like twist it over, or do some crazy spins and stuff. But for now, just catch it. Just make sure you grab it, and then you can fall out of it. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat or unmute yourself. Totally fine. Yes, Alyssa, that's it. Yeah. Yes, I can. So I'm here. I'll roll up my silk too so we can all see. So I'm just going to I'm mirroring you guys. So my left leg, this leg is going to go up, and it's just going to go up. And I put my right arm under, and I catch like this. Yeah. So that's all I do right here. Same thing. I'll do it again. I put my left leg up. Right arm comes under to go catch that. So it's going here and grab. Yeah, really, really close for a lot of us. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. Good, Bella. Yeah, that would be perfect to land right into your leg. Yes, it's so close. Yeah, wow, really close. It's close, Julia. Just get that leg up every time so you can practice putting that arm under. Yeah, even if it goes wrong, get that leg up so you can practice it, because it is really, really close. There, yeah. So you did it. You did it perfectly fine. Good. Do it again. And now really get that hand, slowly take that left hand away so we don't see it at all. Yeah, that's it. Good. Yeah, keep trying it. That's good. Good, good, good. Yes, this is one of the biggest things that I want us just all to make sure we're taking away from this is you don't have to get these things right now. Especially right now, you don't have to. You can build. You know what I mean? Don't get down on yourself if you don't get something. The more times it hits the ground, the more information you can get back. Does that make sense? So make sure you're utilizing that. Yes, Nicole. Yes. And then a little bit lower, same thing as the behind the back, a little bit lower so you can get it at tab. Yeah, you can catch it wherever you want on the pole. It's just more comfortable to catch at that balance. Yeah, closer. Yes, Lauren, we did 45s in the last class. So if you look at the YouTube recording that just came out, it released at 12. That recording is on YouTube, so you can watch that basic whenever you want, and 45s are in that. And then same thing, my free Flag 45 class is also on YouTube. And we do a bunch of 45s in there where I kind of break down everything and everything. So yeah, might help you. Cool. Are we all going to try this? We all look pretty good. We all look really, really, really close to it. I think doing the behind the backs first really helped you guys understand the under the legs now. Let's go ahead and try it. Here we go. So remember, I'll do fake version, cheater version, real version. And I'll be doing the carve. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, cheater version for under the legs is like a foot in front of your left hip. Or not cheater version, regular version. Now we do the cheater one. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, carve 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And now we do the real version. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, carve 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now also make sure you're watching the tab. Yeah, I know that seems like a very simple concept, but I ask students and people and teachers and instructors a lot, what part of the flag do you watch? And it's always, I don't know. So for this toss specifically, if we're spotting and catching the tab, watch that tab so that you make sure your right hand has a direct sight to the tab. So wherever it is, you can just go and snatch it out of the air. But if you're just watching the whole flag, you don't know where to grab. Does that make sense? Yeah, let's try it again. Here we go. And 2 more times. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And last time. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Cool. Awesome. So everyone go ahead and get a quick water. Yeah. Congratulations on making it through like the 45 portion and all these crazy tricks. So this is like the actual ending of the class. So it hits that hour mark. But end of the class, we're going to be doing some sit down tosses right now. You're totally free to leave if you want. I understand if you don't want to sit on the ground or anything, but I am going to keep teaching through those sit down tosses. And then we'll also have that 15 to 20 minutes at the end where you can kind of just ask questions, stay on. I'll be chilling until my next class. And then, yeah, if you have any questions about flag or rifle or anything like that, you can stay on and ask them. If you need help on choreography or stuff that you did in basics and last classes, you can ask all that stuff too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You're totally free to leave if you want to, and we will be doing some sit down tosses right now. And we'll get started in about 1 minute. That way we can all find space to sit down in too, for those of you that are staying. Cool. And you can keep taking the small 45s if you want to, because that's what we're going to be working on these sit down tosses with too. Just a little small one that we did. Good, Emily. Yeah, you're getting better at this. Yeah, good. Your pathway is a lot better. Good, good. Yeah, some of you guys are making massive progress. I'm seeing it like class to class. Either you're getting it from this class or you're doing it in between these classes. And either one is fantastic. Make sure you keep working. Very good. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nicole. Oh, well, you did so well in the class. I'm so happy you came. You'll have a recording and everything. I'm going to record this person too. So don't worry. You're not going to miss anything. Cool. 30 more seconds. You know, I'm going to move over here so I've got Turtle with me. Cool. Okay. So Alyssa, that was pretty. That was cute. What the heck? That was a cute toss. Okay, so let's go ahead and all get up. I know some of you guys just sat back down. I'm so sorry. So we're all back up. We're gonna be working with that small 45 that we just did, but this time instead of catching it here or in front, we're gonna be catching it just super low. So everyone's just gonna kind of take a little plie and we're gonna be catching it right here. So everyone try your toss and go up and down. And then you wanna make sure that you don't even have to do what I just did with the legs, just practice catching low. Just practice catching it low. Everyone make sure you're trying it. And now here's the big challenge of it too, because I see a lot of us are already doing it perfectly fine. Here's the big challenge of it. You have to toss it lower, but with keeping the same height. So you have to go in the same height. You have to slow down your toss a little bit more. So instead of doing this grab and you're just doing this lower, you have to give yourself more time to sit down. So you're gonna float just a little bit more to go float down. Do we kind of see that? Yeah. And try to think of maybe extending your count past catching on 3 and try to catch on 4. So we've been going 1, 2, and 3. So try going 1, 2, 3, 4. And see how close you can get to that 4. Good, yes, so many of us are so close. Let's just learn it, we're good. So we're gonna put that flag down really quick. So this sit down is like my simplest way to teach it to my students and stuff, is going here, I'm just gonna step back that left foot and I do it like onto the top. Like I do it on the top of my foot. It's like placed down on the floor. And then from here, I just sink that knee down into the ground. Yep, and I just sit back and now I catch where I put that flag before. So I'm going, we can try it really quick and try it on your own a couple times. So the biggest thing you have to make sure is that you don't slam your knee to the ground. That's one of the kids and students and just everyone that learns this for the first time, that's their biggest instinct, is to go down, hit, and just hit the ground as hard as they can. But you have to make sure you're going back and you're kind of rolling back onto your knee and then onto your butt to sit into the ground. Does that make sense? So everyone make sure you're trying that a couple more times and make sure you try it with releasing or pretending to release on 1 and then going down by count 3 to catch on 4. So if I went 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then it's really gonna take a second too to get used to the speed that you have to do it at, because a lot of times you might feel fall back. You have to make sure you're squeezing that core as you go down to the ground. Yeah, and after you're good with it, you can try with the toss now. So exact same thing, we release on that 1, and we catch on 4. So we're going, make sure I don't hit a tree, good. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm sitting straight down on that back. Or sorry, on that back. Go ahead and try it really quick. Good, yes. So a lot of things, or sorry, a lot of you might do it, this happened to me too, where you get all the way down and you feel yourself kind of fall. You know what I mean? That just means you're going too slow. After you get that, work it faster. Yeah, keep trying it. So let's try it. Let's go over the legs again really quick. Everyone go here. So a lot of us are falling into an attitude. Yeah, go ahead and put your flag down really quick if you don't understand the legs. So watch my feet. I'll try to step a little bit closer. So I'm doing this, right, onto the top of my leg. I'm pressing my knee down, so I look like this right now. And I'm sitting back like this. So I should look like senior photo picture. So I should look like this. Like I have my little flag taking my senior photo, yeah. So make sure you're like this when you sit down, not here. This will really cause you to fall and you won't be able to catch your flag. Yeah, so everyone keep trying again with those feet if you were messing it up before. It should feel a lot easier to get onto the ground. So Alyssa, you are putting your leg just too far back. So you're going here and putting your leg back here. So when you sit down, you're like in front of your leg. Make sure it's going really close. It's almost like you guys should be like in a coupe. So you guys should almost be in a coupe and then you're just sitting back onto your butt. So your legs end like this. You all see those legs, they end cross. Yeah, good, keep trying it. And for those of you that are sitting wrong but still catching it, cool. You know what I mean? Do it, like figure out the feet just on your own, it's totally fine. Good, good, good. Yes, Julia. Yes. Good job. Good. Yes. Yeah, you guys all, yeah, all the three I'm watching right now have it. Yep, good. Yes, Bella, back off that energy a little bit. Don't toss it too fast. Slow it down a lot, yeah. There, yes, that was so much better. Let it float out of your hands as you sit. Yeah. Yep, that was close. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so all of the people that I see on the call have gotten it with releasing and going down and getting all the way to the ground and catching in that low space. So that's brilliant. That's awesome. So now you just want to work to sit however you please, honestly. This is just the way I teach my students, you know what I mean? But it's not the way, it's not the technique, it's not anything. It's just what I prefer to teach. So you guys, same thing, can sit however you want. If you have a different way to sit straight down on your butt, do that way. If you want to just catch on your knee, do that way. It's the same thing, it's at the same level. Does that make sense? So just make sure, again, it doesn't have to be like this. You can try however you want. Good. Let's go ahead and try everyone all together. So we're going to be releasing on 1 and catching on that count 3. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Good. Yes, that's it. Okay. Julia, just push out just a little bit too far. So make sure it's going directly up above you. Yeah, let's try it again. Same thing. Very, very good. And again, 5 and 6, 5, 6 or 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4. Good. Yes. Good. 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 So last time before I start talking. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3, and 4. 4. Good. Yes. Very good from all of you. Good. So come a little bit closer really quick before we end this. So like I said, I'm going to be chilling on like 10 to 15 minutes if people stay on. You know what I mean? If no one stays on and no one's asking questions, then we'll just end it. But if people stay on, ask questions, I'll stay on too. But congrats on learning this. You know what I mean? It's hard to like do so many different things in one class. So like so many different catch positions, so many different things, so many different releases, so many different like concepts that you're learning. It's super hard to do. Does that make sense? So congrats on not only doing it, but sticking all the way to the end. Yeah. So take with what you learned and apply it to every single toss now. So now don't only do the singles and the doubles and the J tosses and the money hand tosses and the basic 45s that we did in this class. All this stuff that we learned, put it on different tosses. Does that make sense? Put this thing that we did on the single on your double. Yeah. Put like behind the back catches on your cradle 45s. Put it on your, even on your parallels, on stuff like that. Like all these little techniques that you've now learned apply to kind of everything that you'll be doing from here on out. Does that make sense? So congratulations on planting that seed. Now just continue to grow it. Make sense? Cool. You guys are obviously free to go. If you want to stay on and ask questions, you can. Emily, I can keep helping you with, I think, whatever we were talking about. Yeah. And then, cool. I'm going to also stop the recording right now. So just a fair warning. Does anyone have any questions on anything? No? Okay, awesome. Cool. Thank you guys so much.
Actually do.
Oh, yes. What's up? Hold on. Let me stop the recording really quick.